Degas Heating and Air. Call those guys today at 580-459-3113. That's 580-549-3113. Degas Heating and Air. That's our first pitch sponsor for Elgin Baseball here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Mason Thornton led off with a single. Next up is Brody Morrison. As you can see right there, our starting lineup here today. That starting lineup is brought to you by Liberty Roofing. Located in Elgin, they're the insurance experts, veteran-owned and operated for over 10 years, and they're one of only 4 TAMCO Diamond Pro certified roofing companies in the state. So if you've had any interior or exterior damage to your house from a storm, give Liberty Roofing a call, 580-574-1543. 580-574-1543. As you can see, Mason led off the bottom of the first inning with a single through the right side of the infield between first and second. Now up to bat is Brody Morrison. Ritson Meyer is batting next and on deck. He's pitching today. Cade Hillary, Kason Meyer, Grayson Nichols, Lucas Young, Jackson Sutherland, and Caden Boletto. Grayson Nichols is DHing for Kyler Owen, who is behind the plate today. Brody with a swing and a foul ball. That's going to run the count to 1-2. I want to thank Liberty Roofing and all of our sponsors here at the Oklahoma Sports Network. Mason started to go, and then a ground ball over to third base. Looks like Brody's going to beat that out. Probably go down as a single right there. Got runners on first and second now for Ritson Meyer. Comes into the game hitting .296 with 8 hits on the year, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, 3 doubles. Eric Sherem on the way to hopefully get us all set up with some camera. Yeah. Ritson Meyer up to bat now. 1-0 count. Ritson, a hard ball up the middle, but fielded by the shortstop on the one, but safe at first. Unable to turn the double play on the fielder's choice. Mason Thornton moves to third. Brody is forced out on the fielder's choice at second base for the first out of the inning. Brings up Cade Hillary. Cade coming into the game with a .577 average, leading the Owls. 15 hits on the year. One ball, no strikes to Cade Hillary, the senior. Headed to Redlands Community College next year with teammate Mason Thornton. Ball's a little outside, 2-0. That's another fielder's choice right there by Cade Hillary, but that does bring in an RBI. Ritson Meyer moved to third, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Kaysen Meyer. Kaysen comes in hitting .545 on the year with 12 hits and 9 RBI, seeing if he can get brother in from third base. That ball is crushed to left field. It's going to go over the left fielder's head off the wall. Kaysen's going to get in there for a stand-up RBI double. Great job by Kaysen Meyer right there. Brings Ritson in from third base to tie the score up 2-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up DH Grayson Nichols. As we said, Grayson is hitting for Kyler Owen, who's behind the plate today. Kaysen Meyer on a real tear starting off this season adds to that total. Had 1 double coming in now. That's his 2nd double of the year. Ball is hit foul and out of play. First base side, 0-1 count. Again, want to thank all of our sponsors, our title sponsor, Burrito Miko. Also, our starting lineup sponsor, had that up on the screen for you a little bit ago, Liberty Roofing. Whoa. And also our first pitch sponsor, Dacus Heat and Air. I want to thank all of our sponsors here in the Oklahoma Sports Network. Ball up and away to Grayson. 1-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. All tied up. That ball again is fouled out of play. Remains 1-2. Grayson comes in hitting .520. Second on the team with 13 hits so far this year. Kaysen is moving on the pitch, but fouled off to the third base side. So stay right here, 1-2. Kaysen's going to go back to second base. Ball's outside and gets away from the catcher. Kaysen's going to move up to third base. Good job by the third baseman to stay in front of the ball. Third baseman Zach Abbott, also the quarterback on the football team for the Cash Bulldogs. Battle of the Wichitas. Baseball edition here at the Nest. Like I said, Owls took care of business in game 1, 8-0, behind a strong pitching performance by Jackson Sutherland. That ball is up and out of. It's going to be strike 3 on Grayson Nichols, and then we'll go to the second inning. Owls get 2 runs on 3 hits, and we're able to tie up the score after giving up 2 runs in the first inning. Ritson headed back out to the mound now. Owls had a couple errors there in the first inning before we were able to get video for you. Started off with a base hit and then a couple errors and got 2 runs in. So Ritson's going to come in now at the top of the second inning with the score evened up here, 2-2. Leading off for the Cash. And we're headed to the top of the second inning now. Zach Abbott up to bat for the Cache Bulldogs. We're tied 2-2 here in the top of the second inning. Ritzenmeyer on the mound, rocking his Abilene Christian purple glove. Ball is lined out to center field for a leadoff single. Ritzen's committed to play football to Abilene Christian University, where he'll head off this summer after a stellar football career and wrestling career here for the Owls. That brings up Thomas Landis, left fielder. Foul ball in the bunt attempt, 0-1. I want to give a huge shout out to Eric Sharon, working feverishly to get us all back set up here. Nothing like live TV. Another bunt attempt, but strike there for Ritzen. Brings count 0-2. Cache came into this game 5-8, I believe, led by head coach Danny Lee. Owls are coached by Levi Garrett. Pickoff attempt over to Lucas Young. Zach Abbott able to get in there safely. A little bit inside there. 1-2 on the count now. Runs the count full now, 3-2. That is a strikeout swinging right there by Ritzenmeyer for the first out of the inning. That's also one of our strikeout sponsors. Brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton. That's located at 1306 Southwest S Avenue in Lawton. Home Lumber and Supply is your hometown source for lumber, hardware, and job site readiness. Contact Steve and his team today at 580-353-3838. That's 580-353-3838. Hopefully Ritzen will get a couple more of those here as we move forward in the game. Ball is fouled away. Ball is fouled away. Remains 0-2 on the count. Do have a runner on first base. There's currently one out in the inning. Got our scoreboard back up and running for you as well. Ball's just a little outside. Good spot on 0-1, on an 0-2 pitch there by Ritzen. Brings the count to 1-2. Another strikeout there for Ritzen. Second strikeout of the inning. That strikeout is brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton. First pitch, strike one on the breaking ball by Ritzenmeyer. Pickoff attempt. Not Ritzen's best move, but keeping him honest over there at first base. Swing and a miss to Cole Huntley, the leadoff batter. 1-for-1 on the day with a sharp single to left center field there in the first inning. Strike three. Ritson, after giving up a leadoff single, Ritson strikes out the side. That is another strikeout brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton for the third out of the inning as we head into the bottom of the second inning. Thank you all for joining us. Had a little bit of technical difficulties there early in the game, but it looks like we've got everything up and running for you right now. So we're going to stay right here. Said a little recap of what's going on and what's been happening so far. First inning, Cash scored 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 errors by the Elgin Owls. Elgin countered that in the bottom of the first inning with 2 runs on 3 hits to even the score up. And then Ritson, after giving up a lead-off single in the bottom of on the top of the second inning, was able to strike out the next 3 to head to the bottom of the second inning, where Lucas Young, first baseman, will lead us off. Little windy day at the ballpark, but all in all, a good day for baseball. Going to bring up Lucas Young to the plate, senior first baseman. Remind you of the starting lineup here after this pitch. That's a ball inside. This is our starting lineup today. As you can see, Lucas Young batting 7th, Jackson Sutherland on deck, and Caden Boletto in the hole. That starting lineup is brought to you by Liberty Roofing. I want to thank Liberty Roofing for their sponsorship and all the great things that they do. Call them today at 580-574-1543. One count to Lucas as he leads off the bottom of the second inning for the Owls. And he takes a base on balls to start the first inning, bottom of the second inning. This inning, I guess you could say. It's going to bring up Jackson Sutherland. As we said earlier in the broadcast, Jackson with a great game yesterday was named the player of the game. 12 strikeouts, 7 innings pitched. Only gave up 2 hits. Didn't allow any runs. Hasn't allowed a earned run all year. 4-0 on the season. Set to play for Team Oklahoma in the College World Series, home of the College World Series in Omaha sometimes this summer. So same thing Ritson played in last year. So congratulations, Jackson getting named to that team. Jackson's going to square away on a bunt, but bunts it foul. Runs the count to 0-1. Jackson playing third base today. On deck is Caden Boletto, who's playing center field today with Ritson on the mound. Lucas does have 6 steals on the year, and Coach Levi Garrett does like to be aggressive a lot of times, so be on the lookout for Lucas maybe Ball is bunted, but bunted foul again. It's going to run the count to 0-2. Ball is bunted, but bunted foul again. It's going to run the count to 0-2. Jackson comes in hitting .353 early in the season. That ball is crushed to the third baseman, but good play by him over there on the line out. Brings up Caden Boletto, the junior. Ball outside. Went around on that one. Runs the count to 1-1. Lucas gets back. Swing and a miss, but Lucas moves up to second base on the steal. Hit and run, I believe, was put on there, but Lucas still able to get in there, even though Caden was unable to make contact. So got a runner on second now. Runs the count even to 2-2. Low and in the dirt. Lucas is going to move up to third. Runs the count full with a runner on third for Caden Boletto. All tied up twos here in the bottom of the second inning. Bulldogs able to score 2 runs in the top of the first. Elgin answered with 2 of their own in the bottom of the first. Looking to get. That ball is hit high and deep to center field, probably deep enough to bring in Lucas. And he gets in easily. Gets the Owls the lead, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Mason led off the game with a single between the first and second baseman. Now down on the count, 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. A little bit inside. 1-2. I said earlier in the game, Mason headed to Redlands Community College to play baseball with teammate Cade Hillary. Ball is low, evens the count 2-2. Twos are wild. Up to bat is number 2 with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the second inning. Mason batting from the left side. Ball's a little outside. Runs count full 3-2. Great job of battling back by Mason. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will do it for the Owls here in the second inning. But the Owls do take the lead. Runs it to 3-2 after 2. You're watching Elgin Owl Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminders that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments.
Because your success is our success.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Hey, baby. And we're back here at the nest. Hey, got a little Elgin Hour kindergarten here with me today. Daughter Maisie. Everybody recognizes her from saying "Go Owls" at the end of the football coach's show. Ritson starts off, ball outside. 1-0. 2-0 count. 3-0. Ritson needs to get some strikes going right here. Top of the third inning. Ritson in the wind-up. 4-pitch walk on that one. Not the way you want to start an inning by getting the leadoff runner on, but let's see if Ritson can fight back here. Force a ground ball, double play. Try to pick off attempt, but unable to get him right there. Ball doesn't go too far away from Lucas, though, so he's able to keep things going. Thanks for joining us, wherever you're joining us from. We'll be back here next Tuesday. Have all the action for you here live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. That ball is hit right in front of the plate. Kyler Owen gets out in front of it and gets the out over at first base on the fielder's choice for the first out of the inning. Does move the runner up to second base, though. Bring up Rocco Tresia. Runner on second base. That ball is grounded over to first base. Lucas fields it himself and is able to 3 unassisted over there for the second out of the inning. But the runner does move to third base. Brings up Tucker Smith, DHing today. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him there. So wind up in the pitch. Strike 2. Again, want to thank Burrito Miko as our title sponsor here for this year's Elgin Owl baseball. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little bit outside. Not a bad spot, though, on 0-2. Runs the count to 1-2. Still runner on third base. 2 outs after giving up the leadoff walk. See if Ritson can get out of here unscathed. Outside, but good job by Kyler keeping the ball in front of him there on the pitch in the dirt. Evens count 2-2. Ritson working out of the windup with the runner on third. Strives. Lucas gobbles that ball up over at first base for the third out. Second unassisted play by Lucas Dismount. After giving up a leadoff walk, Ritson's able to stop the damage there, and Owls head to the bottom of the third inning, up 3-1. You're watching Elgin Owl Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
And we're back for the bottom of the third inning. Owls up 3-2. That's going to bring up Brody Morrison. Singled his first at bat. Brody came into the season hitting 400. 10 hits on the season, make that 11 now. Well, probably moved his average up slightly above that 400 mark. Does have 10 RBIs as well. First pitch strike right there to lead off the bottom of the third. Wind up in the pitch. Brody kind of nubbed that one. Falls behind the count 0-2. Comes Cade across to go get the ball. Brody, a 4-year starter in both football and baseball. Heading off to play college football next year with Colin Donnelly. Coach Garrett still got the hands over there at third base. Count remains 0-2. That ball is smoked up the middle for a leadoff single. That's Brody's second. No. Sorry. Said a leadoff single, but Brody used his speed to get all the way to second. on the double. Brings up Ritzenmeyer with a runner in scoring position. See if Ritson can help himself out with a runner in scoring position right there, and he sure can. That's a line ball out to RBI single for Ritzenmeyer there. Brings in Brody Morrison from second base. It's gonna push the Owls' lead to 4-2. That ball is fouled away. Ritson with a good piece of hitting right there. Now, line drive out to right field. Was able to get Brody in from second base. Helping himself out a little there. Gets himself a little bit of a cushion now, 4-2. Owls have 4 runs on 5 hits, but 2 errors there in the first inning. Trying to pick him off over there. Ritson does have 6 steals on the season. That ball hits him. It's going to bring up Kaysen-Meyer. Kaysen with the double last time up. Kaysen set off to a red-hot start in the season, hitting .545. Probably moved that average up a little. Had 12 hits coming in, so now has 13. And looking to see if he can get brother in from second base. Here's the pitch. A little bit low, ball 1. Still no outs here in the bottom of the third. That ball is crushed to right center field. It's going to bring Ritson home, I would imagine. Looks like Cade is headed to third. Ritson is in there. Another RBI single for Kaysen-Meyer.
Is Ritson 11?
That does get Cade over the third. Runs the score to 5-2. Grayson Nichols now up to plate at the bat. Still no outs here. Grayson Nichols now up to bat. Strike 1. Good job by the catcher right there. Kind of a fake throw down. Cade kind of got lulled to sleep a little there. Was picked off at third base for the first out of the inning. Kaysen did move to second, though, on the play. Ball's in the dirt. Not far enough away for Kaysen to move up. A little meeting at the mound currently. 1-2 count per the scoreboard. Ball is fouled away to the right side. Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Ball gets away. Caisson's able to move up to third base on the pass ball. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. Grayson's got a great opportunity to get this run in from third. If anything hit to the outfield, Caisson does have some speed. That ball is crushed up the middle for a single and an RBI by Grayson Nichols. Can bring Caisson Meyer in the score. Got a meeting at the mound. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Elgin Isle Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages. The food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Waste is dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We are a locally owned company. We're fast, professional, and affordable. High-quality customer service is our #1 focus, and we deliver every time. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Call or click today.
And we're back here at the nest. Coming in to pitch for the Cash Bulldogs was center fielder Cale Huntley. Now up to the plate is Lucas Young. Lucas drew a walk his first time, came around to score. That ball is hit to the shortstop on the second for this first out, but unable to get the double play. So that's 2 outs now in the inning. Again, want to thank our title sponsor, Burrito Miko. It's Taco Tuesday, so after Jackson Sutherland golfs one out to left field. Lucas Young was moving on the pitch, so easily moves up to third base. That's going to have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Going to bring up Caden Boletto. Caden Boletto with the sacrifice fly last inning. Now comes up with 2 outs and runners on the corners. See if you can get that run in from third. Ball's inside. 1-0 count. Caden Boletto coming off of a stellar football season as the Owls quarterback. Sorry about that score. Cash does have 2 runs. Now 2-0. A lot to keep up with here on the computer and calling the game when you're doing it by yourself. So I apologize in advance. Here comes Lucas and is going to get in there for the 7th run of the game. Makes it 7-2 Owls. As you can hear behind me, they're working feverishly on the press box. Hopefully we'll be in there soon enough. 3-1 count. Runner on second base for Caden. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit up the middle for a single. Jackson Sutherland is going to come around from second base to score. And Caden will move up to second on the throw. Caden's second RBI of the day. Makes the score now 8-2. Back to the top of the order with Mason Thornton. Owls won yesterday. 8-0 over the Bulldogs in game 1 of this series. Owls now 9-0 on the season. So the MacArthur game technically did not finish per Coach Levi Garrett. So although we've played 10 games, only 9-0 start. Strike to Mason. Mason's done a good job of being that leadoff hitter all year. Mason, the 9th batter up in this inning, looking to keep the inning alive. Owls have scored 5 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Ball's up. Evens the count, 1-1. 2 outs. Caden Boletto at second base. Ball is fouled away off to the, not quite to the softball field, but nonetheless, 1-2 count. That ball is outside. Runs, evens count 2-2. Twos are wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To number 2, Mason Thornton. Runner on second base. And here's the pitch. That ball is skied high to left field. Left fielder is underneath it for the 3rd out of the inning. But the damage is done. The Owls score 5 runs there in the bottom of the 3rd inning to take an 8-2 lead over the Cash Bulldogs. You're watching Elgin Owl Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Scott's House of Flowers in Elgin has been proud to serve Elgin and the surrounding area with a wide variety of flowers and gifts for all occasions. Come see them for great gift ideas, including the exclusive Tyler candles. And who couldn't resist Sweet Shop USA, featuring handmade grand truffles. Scott's House of Flowers, just off Highway 277 in Elgin. Delivery available, or stop by for easy pickup. Phone 492-4880. Scott's House of Flowers.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place,
It's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
And we're back here at the Nest as we head into the top of the fourth inning. Owls take a commanding lead there in the bottom of the third inning, score 5 runs and make it 8-2. Ritson Meyer still on the mound. After a little bit of a rough first inning, he's really settled down and done a great job in the second and third inning. Brings up the catcher, Garrett Graham, for the Cash Bulldogs. Battle of the Wichita's baseball edition. Looks like the Owls and a little nervous potentially with Owls moving up to 5A, but I believe that we were able to keep the Cash Bulldogs on our football schedule to keep the Battle of the Wichita's rivalry alive. Ritson starts out 2 balls. See if Ritson can fight back here. 3-0. Gave up a leadoff walk at last inning, but was able to get the next 3. So let's see if he can fight back here. Yep, a little high. Got a runner on first base. Brings to the plate Zach Abbott. Pickoff attempt there at first. Strike 1. Curveball right there by Ritson. 0-1. Oh, 2. There goes Coach Chalmer Wyatt and Caroline enjoying the nice, daughter Caroline enjoying the nice, beautiful weather today here at the baseball field. Woo! Just a little bit outside there on the 0-2 count. Good spot, though. Runs the count to 1-2. Ritson working his way into baseball shape and pitching shape. That ball is skied high. Looks like it's going to stay in play for Jackson. He gets under it. So, first out of the inning. Brings up Thomas Landis, left fielder. Pickoff attempt to first base. Strike 1 by Ritson. Symbols currently ranked 9th in Sooner State baseball rankings, all classes. Off to an undefeated start. Last year was able to make the state tournament and able to move all the way to the state championship game, where they fell to the Duncan Demons. 5A. This year they're back in 2A. 2-1. Had a good showing at the Tuttle tournament during the spring break. Went 3-0 in that tournament. Strike on the outside corner to even the count, 2-2. That ball is hit deep to left field, but Cade can't see it because of the sun. Unable to get under it, but runner thought he was going to catch it, so unable to get home. So that leaves runners at second and third with only one out. Cade, I think, lost that one in the sun. So it goes down as a double. So 2 runners in scoring position here for the Bulldogs. Ritson works out of the stretch. Starts off the Bulldog shortstop with a strike. Here's the windup in the pitch. A little bit outside. Evens count 1-1. Fouled straight back off of Kyler's mask, so runs the count to 1-2. Be a big time for a strikeout right here for Ritson. Doesn't like that ball. A great time for a home lumber and supply and Lawton strikeout right here. We're 1-2 count. Here's the windup in the pitch. A little bit high. Not a bad spot there. 1-2. Runs count even 2-2. Three-two. Try to get him with the slider curveball. Runs the count full. 3-2. One out here. Runners on second and third. The ball is hit to the shortstop, Mason Thornton. Makes the play over to first base for the out. But does get a runner home to make the score 8-3. Eight to 3 now, bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the fourth inning, sorry about that. Ritson still on the mound. That ball is fouled away. Evens count 1-1. Wind's picking up a little. Strike in the outside corner. Still a 1-2 count here for Ritson. Runner on third base. See if we can limit the scoring right here. That ball is up a little. Evens count 2-2. Two outs here in the top of the fourth inning. A little bit high. Runs the count even. Ritson coming in today only pitched 4 innings, so already matched his season total. Strike 3 right there on the inside corner. That strikeout is brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton. As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, it's your Elgin Owls 8, Cash Bulldogs 3. You're watching the Elgin Owl Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Arrow Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
And we're back here at the bottom of the fourth inning. The Owls lead 8-3. I want to thank Burrito Miko again as our title sponsor. I want to also thank Misty Julian Realty as our home run sponsor. Haven't had any home runs so far tonight, but do want to thank her. There you go, Misty Julian Realty. Hopefully we'll have a home run before the end of the day that we can get her up there. But I want to thank her for her sponsorship so far this year. Call her today at 580-656-1909. That is 580-656-1909 for all your buying and selling needs. Ball's up, so 3-0 to Brody Morrison here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Brody 2 for 2 so far today. Strike down the middle. Runs the count 3-1. Brody's going to draw a walk. Been on base all 3 times so far today. Ritson singled his last time with an RBI. Brody's going to take off to second base and gets in there easy with the stolen base. Brody's 5th steal of the year, I believe. Came into this one with 5. Ball was up, so it's a 1-0 count to Ritson. See if we can get another RBI here. Here's the pitch. A little outside. 2-0. Ritson's looking for something that he can drive right here. Two-0 count. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit inside. Let's count 3-0. See what Coach Garrett here has for his 4-year starting player. Gets one down the middle. Let's see if Coach Garrett's going to give him the green light here. Score is currently 8-3, bottom of the 4th inning. Owls added some cushion there in the bottom of the 3rd with a 5 spot. He was swinging there. Ball is high and out of play. Said Ritson has a lot of at-bats as an Elgin Owl, and Coach Garrett showed his ultimate trust right there in 3-0, giving him the green light. See what he can do right here with 3-1 count. Pitcher steps off. That ball is fouled away again. Runs the count full, 3-2. Ritson will arguably go down as one of the best, if not the best athlete in Elgin Owl history. Tons of accolades. Football state championship, 4 wrestling state individual championships. Also has a dual state title and a state title in wrestling as well. And has done amazing things on the baseball field as well. So he will be sorely missed, but wish him nothing but best in the future. But that now brings up Cade Hillary. Runners on first and second now. Cade coming in, hitting .577, leading the team with 15 hits. Leading the team in average as well. Second time today he's been hit by a pitch. So that's going to load the bases for Kaysen. Kaysen comes in with two RBIs on the day, 2 hits as well. Wind's picking up a little here and a little chill in the air. See if Kaysen can add to those 2 RBIs today with another base hit. Bases are full. Here's the pitch. Ball up. Nowhere to put him, so walk will draw another RBI for Kaysen. Kaysen came into the game with 10 RBIs, now has 12 in the season. Here's the pitch. That ball is fouled straight back. Even the count 1-1. Brody on third, Ritson on second, Cade on first. Kaysen up to bat, trying to clear the bases. Strike on the outside corner on the curveball. Brings count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, good eye. Evens count 2-2. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Inside. Brody's able to get back. Already picked one off on third base, but good job by Brody to dive it in there before the tag. Full count. Nowhere to put him. Here's the pitch. That ball is crushed to left field. It's going off the wall. That's going to bring Brody and Ritson in. Kaysen with the double off the left field wall brings in 2 RBIs. That's just 4 RBIs on the day for Kaysen Meyer. Kaysen is really knocking the cover off the ball these days. Really excited to see him having such a great to the start of the season. Still no outs. Makes the score 10-3 now. Ball's inside corner there to Grayson Nichols for strike 1. Kaysen 1 for 2 on the day. Not Kaysen, Grayson. 1 for 2 on the day. Last at bat had a single. This time he fouls one off to the first base side. Runs count 0-2. 10-run rule, I believe, is in effect. Still a lot of baseball left to be played, though. That ball is hit straight to center field, but caught, and looks like that's going to be a sacrifice fly for Grayson Nichols. Cade Hillary comes around to score for the 11th run. Good job of Grayson right there. Getting that runner in from third with less than 2 outs. Drives the ball to the outfield. Kaysen remains at second. Lucas Young now up to bat. Lucas 0 for 1 on the day with a fielder's choice, but did come around to score twice. Been on base both times. Lucas Young, senior. First baseman. That ball is fouled straight back. Runs the count to 0-2. Jackson Sutherland waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Ball outside, a little low. 1-2. That ball is crushed to left field. Oh, kind of off the end of the bat. Thought it was going to go a little bit further, but fly out to the left fielder. For the second out of the inning. Brings up Jackson Sutherland, who had a single his last at bat. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 1 on the inside corner on the curveball. Looks like on the screen, scoreboard's not updating, but on my end it has updated, so not sure what that's all about. But there we go. It's 1-1 count now. ball's fouled off to the right side. 1-2 count. See if Jackson can do a good job of two-out hitting right here. Here's the pitch. Ball's up. Evens count 2-2. Strike three for the third out of the inning. But the Owls still run across 3 runs there in the bottom of the fourth to push the score to 11-3. You're watching Elgin Owl Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
In 1958, the Hillary family purchased a small telephone company in their hometown of Medicine Park. Now in their third generation, Hillary delivers state-of-the-art services across rural Oklahoma. From Main Street business owners and our future generation of leaders to farmers at the heart of our rural economies, Hillary is always innovating, consistently connecting, and relentlessly going where others won't. Because every community, every person matters.
For more than 70 years, we've been a part of Southwest Oklahoma's story, sharing every step forward and every stage of life, with people who understand that sometimes healing takes more than medicine. Introducing Memorial Health System of Southwest Oklahoma, a new generation of future-focused health and human-centered care.
And we're back here at the nest as Ritzenmeyer looks to start his 5th inning of work. Only given up 3 hits so far today and 3 runs. As we head to the top of the 5th inning. Ritzen starts off first batter with a strike. Ball a little in, evens count 1-1. Last 2 innings, Richardson has walked the leadoff hitter, so see if he can come back this inning and get this first guy out. 2-1 count now. Here's the pitch. A little bit low. Maybe gave him the announcer jinx. See if he can fight back here. 3-1. Nope. Another leadoff walk. Bring up to Sean Harvey, who's now playing center field. Started the game at first base, but now in center field. That ball is hit well to center field. Caden Boletto is back, and that ball is off the fence. That puts runners on second and third. Still no outs here in the no outs. Strike on the inside corner. Ball outside. Coach Garrett's going to go out there and have a conversation with Ritson, see how he's feeling. Said coming into this game and only pitched 4 innings, and he's now working into the 5th. Looks like Kaysen's out there kind of warming up in left field. Maybe next in line if Ritson can't get out of this. Kaysen coming off a good, strong performance in the Tuttle Invitational. My daughter just informed me we don't like Tuttle. All right, 1-1 count here. Ritson in the windup. That's going to push the count to 1-2. Here's the pitch. And a strikeout right there by Ritson Meyer. That strikeout is brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton. Located at 1306 Southwest F Avenue in Lawton, Home Lumber and Supply is your hometown source for lumber, hardware, and job site readiness. Contact Steve and his team today at 580-353-3838. Strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 out. That ball is fouled back. 2 strikes. Ritson with the windup in the pitch. That ball is poked to Brody. He is going to score a run. It's going to push the score now. To 11-4. Good pitch by Ritson right there. That one was fouled into the stands. Had a couple Cash Bulldog fans scurrying a little. But that runs the count to 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. Ball a little bit up and out. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Another strikeout by Ritson Meyer for the 3rd out of the inning. That strikeout is brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton. We're headed to the 5th inning stretch, and the 5th inning stretch is brought to you by Julian Electric. It's time for the 5th inning stretch, brought to you by Julian Electric. They service Southwest Oklahoma and beyond for indoor, outdoor lighting, wiring installation, and any other service needed for residential or commercial construction projects. Give Ronnie and his team a call today at 580-512-0326. That's 580-512-0326 for Julian Electric, a proud supporter of Elgin Athletics. I want to thank Julian Electric as our 5th inning stretch. High school baseball, they only play 7 innings, so obviously not a 7th inning stretch, but a 5th inning stretch. Maybe next week I'll sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game like Carey. Caden Boletto is going to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Owls up 11-4. Owls have 11 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. The Cash Bulldogs have 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors today. I want to thank Julian Electric for being our 5th inning sponsor. Caden Boletto stepping to the plate. RBI single last at bat. 2 RBIs on the day. Caden coming in hitting .263. Working out of the windup. Just a little bit outside. Good job by Brody. Coming to get the ball. So 11-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Strike 1 right at the top of the strike zone. A little bit low, 2-1. Here's the windup in the pitch. Ball is crushed to the shortstop, but in a nice position right there. Mason 1 for 3 on the day, has scored a run. Came into the day hitting .333. Guess with being 1 for 3, he'll stay at .333. That ball is hit off the handle to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. Brings up Brody Morrison. Senior's 2 for 2 on the day. Been on base all 3 times. Got a single, a double, and a walk. Wind up in the pitch. A little bit low, 2-0. Brody came into the game hitting .400, so increased his average a little with 2 for 2 performance so far today. A little low, 3-0. Let's see what he decides to do with Brody here in a 3-0 count. Gave Ritson the green light earlier in the game. Brody another 4-year starter, so see if he has some confidence here. But it's going to be another walk. So that's going to bring up Ritson Meyer with 2 outs. See if he can help himself out here. Ritson's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single, also a walk. Has scored all 3 times, has gotten on base all 3 times, and has scored all 3 times. Here's the pitch. Maybe not. A little bit low. One 1-0 count to Ritson Meyer. Brody dancing around a little at first, but gets back, standing up on the pickoff attempt. Brody obviously with a lot of speed, so yes, you have a 7-run lead, but Coach Garrett does like to be aggressive. Here's the pitch. High and in. 2-0. Two outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Ritson. Brody's able to move up to second base on the pass ball. Said earlier in the game, Coach Garrett gave Ritson the green light. Let's see what he does here. Does it again. He's trying to hit it off that big building out there. It comes up a little empty. 3-1. Ball's outside. Brody's going to move up to third on the pass ball again. That's going to put runners on the corners with 2 outs. Cade steps up, getting hit by pitch the last 2 at-bats. Runners on first and third, up by 7. See what Coach Garrett decides to do with Ritson over at first. Cade probably wants to get a little bit of retribution for those last 2 at-bats. See if he can get a 2-out hit here. Swing and a miss. Not much of a lead right now by Ritson at first base. Bounces off a little bit more there. But staying still. Foul ball makes the count 0-2. I updated him, but not coming through. Ball up. 1-2. There we go. Ritson gets in. Diving back to first. Ritson's bouncing around a little out there. Ball is hit to the left field. Left fielder is under it for the 3rd out of the inning. The Owls don't score in that inning, so makes it still stays at 11-4 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. You're watching Elgin Owl Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Liberty National Bank, we know success takes teamwork. We take pride in our roots and in supporting the communities we serve. Our personalized approach means we focus on your financial goals every step of the way, because when our customers succeed, our whole community wins. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
If you're someone who feels anxious or scared about going to the dentist, you're not alone. We're here to make sure you feel completely comfortable every step of the way. And at our office, we believe in treating more than just teeth. We focus on you as a person. And with sedation dentistry, you can experience the care you need without fear and without pain. And with sedation dentistry, we can make your dreams come true.
And we're back here at the Nest. Cade Hillary is now in to pitch. Ritson moves to right field. Cade comes in from right field to pitch. The lefty comes in with an earned run average of 2.0. 14 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts. Got 4 wins on the season, 1 save. Did a great job last year in the state tournament, coming in relief a couple different times. Starts out 0-1. Two. That ball is fouled off to the right side. Just misses the truck. If it does hit a truck, hope you have good insurance. If you don't, I know a guy. And the pitch. Strikeout. That strikeout is brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton. Call those guys today. Steve at 580-353-3838. Cade has come in and just pumped strikes. Starts out this batter 0-1. 0-2. Lefty has a pretty good fastball. Here's the windup in the pitch. Strike 3. Strikeout looking right there. That strikeout is brought to you by Home Lumber and Supply in Lawton. Two outs here. Living on that outside corner right now, doing a great job of hitting the black. 0-1. Ball is fouled straight back. 0-2. That ball is nubbed, but kind of in no man's land, and Cade did a good job of just fielding it and holding on to it. Looked like it came off his foot, but runner on first base nonetheless. So 2 outs here. Runner on first. Moving back to the top of the order, and Cale Huntley, who's now in as their pitcher. Ball's a little low. Stick around in between innings. We're going to give a shout out to all of our sponsors as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. Now 11-4 Owls. Ball is fouled straight back. Evens count 1-1. Strike. Swing and a miss right there. The ball kind of in the dirt. Here's the pitch. Gets by Kyler there. Runner is able to move up to second base. Have to get the official score on that one, whether it was a wild pitch or a pass ball. Either way, evens the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cade working from the stretch here with the runner on second base. Ball is off the plate. Runs the count full, 3-2. (11-4) Elgin on top of the Bulldogs. Owls won yesterday, 8-0 in game 1, off of a huge. Oh, what a play by Jackson Sutherland over there at third base! What a play! Great job by Jackson right there on the diving play, able to get up and throw it across the diamond to Lucas Young for the third out of the inning. 2-out singles does not hurt the Owls. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Elgin 11, Cash 4. As I said, I want to stick around right here. Obviously, we've heard a ton from Home Lumber and Supply, as they are our strikeout sponsor. Both Ritson and Cade have got those guys called out a ton today, so I want to thank those guys. Also want to thank our title sponsor, Burrito Miko. You can see them up there in the right-hand corner throughout the game. It's Taco Tuesday. Join them over there, Miguel and all his staff over there at Burrito Miko for tacos, drinks, and all the fun festivities that go on over there. Also want to thank our home run sponsor, Misty Julian Realty. Located at 8150 State Highway 17 here in Elgin, Misty has been your local Elgin realtor for over 10 years. So if you're buying or selling your home, give Misty Julian a call at 580-656-1909. And let Misty be your neighbor. Also had the starting lineups earlier in the day. That's brought to you by Liberty Roofing. First pitch, wasn't able to get that first pitch on video. Had a few technical difficulties. Hopefully by next week we'll be good to go. But I want to thank Dacus Heat and Air. They're family owned and operated, and they service all makes and models of heating and air systems. Find out why they've been making families comfortable since 1979. Give them a call and talk to a real person at 580-549-3113. That's 580-549-3113. Also, the 5th inning stretch was brought to you by Julian Electric. I want to thank all of our sponsors here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It allows us to bring these broadcasts to you free of charge. So thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for anybody out there watching. We now head to the bottom of the 6th inning. That ball is flied high to right field, but caught by the right fielder. It's the first out of the inning. Kayson's first time getting out today. It's going to bring up Grayson Nichols. Grayson fouled that one away, so it's going to be 0-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Owls up 11-4. Strike on the inside corner. They count 0-2. Grayson has a single and a sac fly so far today. Also a strikeout in the first inning. Ball's behind him. Good job of getting the bat down. Makes count 1-2. Evens the count 2-2. That ball is hit. Going, gone. That home run is brought to you by Misty Julian Realty. Grayson Nichols' second homer of the year. Deep fly ball to left field. Going to bring up Lucas Young. He's going to push the score to 12-4. Ball is outside. Ball is crushed on the ground. Foul. Evens count 1-1. Lucas has got a little something going on. Didn't like the way that swing felt or something. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. It's going to be number 5, Caden Ellis. Not sure if it's a shoulder or what exactly, but didn't like the way that felt, so Caden Ellis is going to step in and do the job. Now he will inherit a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Count runs to 1-2 now. Strike 3. Brings up Jackson Sutherland. Jackson comes in 1 for 3 on the day, but with a phenomenal play to end the top of the 6th inning. Send that one up to ESPN, see if we can get a web gem out of it. A little low, 2-0. Said this throughout the broadcast so far today. Jackson with an unbelievable game yesterday. 7 innings pitched. That ball is crushed between the shortstop and third baseman for a single. Jackson's second hit of the day. Runner on first base brings up Caden Belletto. Caden 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a sac fly. So a line out to the shortstop last at bat. Ball's high. Ball's low. 2-0. Here's the pitch. There's another base hit by Caden. Single out to left field. Caden's second hit of the day. Also has a sac fly. Puts runners on first and second. I see her. Mason now. Thornton steps to the plate with a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. A little bit up. I see her. Mason now. Thornton steps to the plate. Starts him off with a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. A little bit up. Teams count 1-1. Mason comes in 1 for 4 on the day. Jackson Sutherland at second base. Caden Belletto at first. Ball's outside. 2-1. Ball's in. Jackson and Caden will move. That ball is beat that one out for a single. Gets the runner in. Going to bring up Brody Morrison to the plate. First baseman. I don't think anybody's going to get there. Mason's going to beat that one out for a single. Gets the runner in from third. Going to bring up Brody Morrison to the plate. Going to push across another run. That's going to make the score 13-4. If Brody can get that runner in from third, that should 10-run rule. Let's see. Brody needs a 2-out hit here. That ball is skied high. Not sure if anybody's going to. Yeah, the first baseman does come up with it for the third and final inning. Stick right here. Owls are 3 outs away from sweeping this series with the Cash Bulldogs. Won for game 1, 8-0. Up in game 2, 13-4. Cade Hillary comes out for his second inning of work. Owls. Their record is only 9-0 per Coach Levi Garrett. The MAC game did not end. I told him it was on KSWO, and KSWO said it was a win, so to me that should be official, but hey. So officially they're 9-0 on the season, looking to go 10-0. We'll be back here next Tuesday. We'll have all the action for you live. Should be here for every home game that the Owls have this year. Ritson has moved to first base. Looks like Ryan Deckless stayed in the game and stayed in right field. Swing and a miss. Cade starts off the first batter with a strike. And then he hits him. Runner on first base. No outs. Got him square in the back. Ball's a little low. Ball is off the plate. Runner's going to move up to second. It's now 3-0. Here's the pitch. Strike one. See if you can fight all the way back here. 3-1 count. That ball is hit to center field. Caden Belletto is on the run. Unable to get to it. Caden had a long way to go after that one. Did hit his glove, but unable to come down with it. And it's going to score the run from first. Runner gets all the way to third. That's going to make the score 13-5. Two-0 count. Still no outs. Runner on third. Ball was smoked to third base. Jackson unable to come up with it on the diving attempt. So that's going to score another run. Now runner on first base. 13-6 now. Still no outs. Top of the seventh. Owls need 3 outs here to secure the victory. Runner on first, no outs. Tucker Smith headed to the plate. Got a pinch runner in there. Cade looking to close this one out. Little ball outside. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Ball in the inside corner. We even the count 1-1. The pitch. Strike two. Nice breaking ball right there by Cade. Runs the count to 1-2. That ball is lifted to the shortstop. So 1 out. Runner still on first. Going to bring up Garrett Graham, catcher. 14-6. Runner on first, one out. Owls need 2 more outs to secure their 10th victory of the season. I think there was a little miscommunication there between Cade and Ritson. Here comes Coach Chalmer Wyatt and Caroline to say hello to everybody. Strike 2. Strike 1, actually. Sorry about that. 0-1 count.